Early morning in Vancouver is a slow, gentle thing. Pale gold light seeps over the North Shore Mountains, cold air rolling in from Howe Sound, the Fraser River sliding past like a secret no one says out loud. But this morning, something is about to tear that calm wide open. In this film, we follow the final flight of Emma Red One Wolf, and the moment a quiet city becomes a witness. I'm on the riverbank, fingers wrapped around a paper coffee cup that's barely keeping the early winter chill off. The world feels half asleep. The only sounds are distant gulls and the soft hiss of the river. Then I hear it, a low, distant growl. Wrong for this hour, wrong for this quiet. A jet. I scan upriver, toward the mountains. At first there's nothing but haze and light. Then I see it, just a dark shape rising over the curve of the river, then dropping again, hugging the waterline like it's afraid to be seen. A CF-18. Low, too low. The rumble rolls across the water, building and building until it hits. Thump. The shockwave punches me in the chest. Every window in the neighborhood rattles like a startled animal. Ripples run across the Fraser in perfect, expanding circles. I close my eyes. I don't need to see the paint scheme to know. Emma, you're going to get grounded for this. She said she could do it. She said the Fraser would make a perfect trench run, and here she is, proving herself right, and command very, very wrong. The CF-18 tears past, just a few meters above the river, throwing a rooster tail of mist behind her. She banks hard over the mouth of the Salish Sea, rolling like she's in an airshow routine, then loops back to dive upriver again, like she's daring anyone to stop her. Her second pass is even lower, faster. I feel the air compress before the boom hits, a pressure you don't hear so much as feel. The city is waking up to something it never asked for. Then just a flicker, a single heartbeat of wrongness. The left wing dips, just a hair, just enough. Splash. The wingtip bites the river. The CF-18 shudders, not a wobble, not a correction, but a catastrophic, physics-screaming protest as the airframe tears itself apart around her. One wing rips free and cartwheels toward the south shore, spiraling like some monstrous boomerang. It slams through the roof of a bakery just as the baker steps out back for a smoke. His cigarette falls from his fingers as the wall behind him erupts in a flash of flour and fire. The engine still burning, still spinning, tear free and cartwheel across a parking lot, crushing a parked Toyota, bouncing off its hood like some hellish skipping stone, before erupting against the front of a house in a fireball that shoves a shockwave down the street. But Emma is still strapped into the nose section. For one impossible second, the cockpit separates cleanly, whole against the chaos, before gravity remembers its job. The forward fuselage arcs toward the port of Vancouver, a thrown spear of metal and fuel. Steel container cranes loom ahead like a forest of orange and blue. She hits them in a brief, brilliant blossom of orange and white. A fireball blooms over the harbor. Metal screams. Alarms echo off steel and water. And just like that, Emma Red One Wolf's impossible morning stunt ends in a scatter of flame over a city that was only just waking up. The Fraser keeps flowing, unbothered. The sun keeps rising. But the morning is no longer gentle. Somewhere in the echo of those engines and explosions, Emma's last message hangs over the water. This city will remember her. If this story stayed with you, there's more to Emma Red One Wolf and the pilots who fly the edge between glory and disaster. Subscribe for the full series, and join me as we trace every second that led to her final flight and what it left behind.